There are two common trends that occur when we collect data, and I want you to be familiar with both of them. The first trend is something called directly proportional. In this type of trend, if the independent variable increases, I'm just going to draw an arrow, then the dependent variable also increases. So in other words, both variables are doing the same thing. They get big together or they get smaller together. An example of this might be your paycheck. So if I work more hours, so there's your first variable, then I get paid more money. There's your second variable. Okay, so as one gets bigger, notice the word more. The second variable also gets bigger. Notice the word more. When you graph a direct relationship, you usually get a straight line. And this is one of the shapes that we know how to derive an equation for. So again, this is called directly proportional. On the other hand, we have something called inversely proportional. With an inverse trend, if the independent variable increases, then the dependent variable decreases. They are doing opposite things. If one gets big, the other gets small, and so on. A good example of this in real life is the points that you lose on a test. So if I study more time, so there's the first variable, then I lose less points on a test. So notice one of these says more, it's getting bigger. The other one says less, it's getting smaller. If I study more time, I lose less points. When you graph an inverse relationship, it doesn't give you a straight line. It gives you a downward curve. This shape is called a hyperbola, and it's one of the shapes that we know how to analyze to get an equation. This year, we're going to do labs where we encounter both of these in real-world situations, and so you just need to be familiar with the words that we use to describe them. Finally, it is possible to have something that is called not proportional. If a relationship is not proportional, if the independent variable increases, then the dependent variable, I'm just going to put a question mark. It does all sorts of random things. It's completely unpredictable. If this happens, we just say that the variables are not proportional. There's no relationship. They're completely random. This does happen sometimes, so you want to watch out for it.